Today is Wednesday, July 9, 2014. It's the 190th day of the year. There are 175 days remaining until the end of 2014. Sunrise today is at 5:16 a.m. The sun sets at 8:35 p.m. Length of daylight hours today, 15 hours, 19 minutes, 37 seconds. 1 minute, 12 seconds longer than yesterday. Tomorrow will be 1 minute, 16 seconds shorter than today. The waxing gibbous moon rises today with 91.9% illumination at 5:40 p.m. and sets at 3:27 a.m. Thursday. The moon passes today above downtown Rutland City at 228,333 miles distant from the center of planet Earth within the 8th zodiacal designation, Sagittarius, the Archer. On this day in 1401, Turco-Mongol wildman Tamerlane destroys Baghdad down in Mesopotamia, killing 20,000, which is not to say it hasn't been done before, proving, there's other stuff going on down there beside the usual peace, love, and wooing for which that part of the world is justly renowned. Not that Tamerlane doesn't like the ladies, it's not for nothing he's the conqueror and all, despite that nasty temper and the whole, the one-arm business, the limp. So he gets a little mad now and then. Who doesn't? Tamerlane is a conqueror you should know because he's seriously original gangster, the sword of Islam, evidently not a metaphor. He's absolutely ruthless. So Tamerlane, full name Tamerlane, vital stats, born April 9, 1336, which makes him an Aries, in Shahrazad, Uzbekistan. Nationality, he's Turkic. Profession, conqueror. Why he's so famous? Conquered West, South, and Central Asia, and founded the Timurid dynasty. He's going to die February 14, which is Valentine's Day, how appropriate, 1405, when he's 68 years old, which is way geriatric for someone walking around barely out of the 14th century. But he's Tamerlane, damn it, he's on top of the Turco-Mongol food chain. Back then, among the Uzbeks, professional choices, you're either a shepherd or a conqueror. Tamerlane steps up. On this day in 1955, Bill Haley and the Comets' Rock Around the Clock becomes the first rock and roll record to hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. It stays there for 8 weeks. The song, originally released as the B-side of 13 Women, a song about a nuclear war that leaves one guy and 13 women as survivors, total rock and roll. The record goes nowhere when it's released in 1954 because who cares? But in the middle of 1955, Rock Around the Clock becomes the massive hit it became after it backs the opening credits of the film Blackboard Jungle with Glenn Ford and Anne Francis. Francis, memorable for scenes in which he's menaced by high school JDs led by Vic Morrow and Sidney Poitier here playing teenagers when they appear to be well into their 30s, especially Morrow, who looks like he's pushing 40. What's he doing still in high school? Maybe he goes off to Korea and then comes back to finish high school. Who can say? It's a movie. And if it's supposed to be an inner city school, why are all the kids white except for Poitier, who looks and talks like a lawyer? It's confusing, but it's a massive hit movie for MGM. Rock Around the Clock is considered to be the first rock and roll record, and that's because it is. Rock and roll is essentially the white people version of rhythm and blues, also known as race music because it's performed by more colorful people, or jump blues, pioneered by guys like Cab Calloway and Louis Jordan. But there's a record recorded before that, Rocket 88. It's written and recorded by and for teenage people. It's the first R&B record to be noticed by suburban white kids. Rocket 88, written and recorded by Ike Turner and his Kings of Rhythm, fronted by vocalist Jackie Brenston in early March 1951, 63 years ago. That record made it to number 1 on Billboard's R&B chart and still sounds fresh today. Turner is 18 when he records Rocket 88 in Memphis, produced by Sam Phillips, who later founds Sun Records and discovers Elvis Presley, his holy grail, a good-looking white kid who sings black. Hey, don't shoot me, I'm just a messenger here. On this day in 1962, Andy Warhol's 32 Campbell soup cans exhibition opens at the Ferris Gallery in Los Angeles. The work is 32 individual 20-inch by 16-inch canvases, screen-printed and painted with synthetic polymer paint, each representing a different variety of Campbell's delicious condensed soup, presented realistically, close to identical to the actual mass-produced and mass-consumed soup-containing supermarket and lunchtime product. The tomato is well known as the ideal complement for a nice grilled cheese sandwich. Yellow American is the preferred dining choice, although Velveeta is making a strong comeback. Go figure. This is Warhol's first fine art show. It's significant that it opens in Los Angeles, not New York. Critics and art collectors think they're being put on by Warhol, who, after all, is a commercial illustrator best known for his work in women's shoes. You could have had one of these soup cans for $35 or $40 in 1962, when everybody thinks Warhol's just trying to be cute. Now, they're worth millions. Albert Einstein, perhaps the best-known theoretical physicist of the 20th century, writes, "The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious, the fundamental emotion which stands at the cradle of true art and true science." From Rutland, Vermont, this is Richard Alcott speaking.